Hi, I'm Phil Rafey, the old video guy, and thanks again for joining me on my channel. I'm going to be replacing my Shure SM7B with a new studio mic. No, it's not going to be the Rode podcast mic. I upgraded from this mic to the SM7B, but I've got other plans for that mic, and it's a great mic, and I'm going to be using it for podcasts and other projects. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to be getting rid of the SM7B. I've got plans for this mic too. But what am I going to replace the SM7B in my studio with? The Rode Videomic NTG. Now, why would I do that? So the question still remains, why would I replace the SM7B in my studio with the Rode Videomic NTG? Good question, right? Okay, we'll get to that in a second, but a little housekeeping first. You need to know that Rode did not send me this mic. Rode did not send me the pod mic. Nobody has ever sent me anything. I have purchased all this equipment over a year now, almost a year, with my own hard-earned dimes and nickels. Rode doesn't even know I exist. If you find this information interesting, if you find this helpful, if you like the content you're seeing here on this YouTube channel, then do all the stuff down there with the subscribe, the share, the bell, this, that, and the other thing. It'll help me grow my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, that's my goal, is to grow this YouTube channel and maybe be able to retire. About a year ago, last May, one of my twin boys, Michael, he's a streamer, by the way, twin on Twitch. He's cool. He wanted to take me out to the Grand Canyon along with his mother for my 70th birthday. Yeah, I know, my 70th. Don't forget, I told you it'd be nice to be able to retire here. But anyway, we went out and I prepared for that trip. I was taking a lot of videos with my iPhone 12 Max. Just before we went out on our trip, I thought it'd really be nice to get a better mic on my iPhone. So I got the VXR 10 Pro and immediately placed it on my iPhone, and doggone it, if I didn't have a much better sound. This was my first microphone, and it was about a year ago, and it's before I started my YouTube channel. I found out very quickly that it sounded really good close up, but not so good once you get out past 2 or 3 feet and beyond. My wife and I are members of about 3 groups on Facebook for the Vintage Cruiser Campers by Gulfstream. And this is when we went out west, and listen to the difference. The first part we're closer up, and then we got further back. And just listen. Hi, it's Phil and Trish again, and after almost 2 weeks on the road,
we're finally home.
We're finally home. It was a great trip. Well, we're finally set up, and we are in
Sallisaw, Oklahoma.
Anyway, we're done. We're getting ready to go out to dinner. So you can hear what happened when we stepped back away from the mic. We just lost that closeness, that proximity, and it didn't take me long to figure out that I couldn't stay close to that mic all the time. I needed another solution. So here's one more example why they say that audio is 50% of your video. Hi, I'm Philip, and I am the old video guy. Yikes, that was pretty ugly. I don't think I'd want to sit there and listen to that, because what happens is subconsciously and consciously you're sitting there listening to the bad audio instead of paying attention to what somebody is actually saying. So I got to thinking, how can I kill 2 birds with 1 stone? How can I have a mic in my studio and on location too? And that's when I came across the Rode Wireless Go-To microphones. They worked really well in my studio, and of course they work great on location. Listen to this. I wanted to slip out while Trish is making breakfast to chat with you for a minute this morning. We've got some places we're going to go today. We'd like you to follow along with us. Did you hear the difference? I was able to walk out of my camper door up to the camera. I could have walked around anywhere. You get that presence, that closeness in the wireless mics, and the Rode Wireless Go-To mics are absolutely great for that. But it wasn't long and I realized I really just needed a dedicated mic for my studio. And that's when I came across the Fifine 678. It was a very economical microphone and very sturdy, a USB where you could also put in your headsets and listen directly out of the microphone. And it had a mic volume control, headset control, and it just really sounded good. Listen to this. This is my new Fifine 678 microphone. I love it. It sounds great. The Fifine 678 microphone really worked for me for quite a while, but aren't we always trying to improve? Aren't we always looking at videos and going, what's my next purchase? What's my next microphone? What's my next light? Well, in this case, I started looking at a solution because I wanted to do some podcasting, and that's when the Rodecaster Pro came into my life. I know we're 5 minutes into this video and we haven't even listened to the Rode Videomic NTG, but give me a second here because I want to bring in the Rode Pod mic that is hooked up to my Rodecaster Pro and let you listen to it real quick. So this is the Rode Pod mic, and I used it for podcasting, and it became my studio mic as well. But then what did I do? I upgraded to the SM7B, and this is what I've been using. So the pod mic is going to be used for other projects that I'm doing, and consequently, so is the SM7B. So what's next? We finally get to listen and talk about the Rode Videomic NTG and answer that question. Why am I replacing the SM7B in my studio with this microphone right here? So what you're hearing now is the Rode Videomic NTG, and it is plugged into my Rodecaster Pro. The only processing I have on it right now is a noise gate. Otherwise, it's set at 75 dB high pass filter on the mic itself. I believe that the gain on the back of the mic is set at about 12 to 13 out of 15. And to answer the question why I got this mic, I just need more real estate. The other mics were just basically getting in my way. I don't have a super ultra wide camera. Our lens on my camera, my Lumix G7. I've got the kit lens on there. It's a 14 millimeter right now, but it's at the f-stop is 3.5, so you double that, we're talking about 7. It's really low light. It's not a fast lens at all. So I just needed a little bit more real estate where I didn't have microphones in my way. But like I said earlier, you're probably here to hear the Videomic NTG. If you want the specs and all the technical stuff, there's a lot smarter guys and gals on the internet, audiophiles, that understand and do all the comparisons. And there's one fellow that I was following, Curtis Judd. Look him up. He can get very technical with these microphones. But I'd like to take a moment to point out some of the features that sold me on the Rode Videomic NTG. Digital switching gives you 2 high-pass filters, 75 or 150 dB with a high-frequency boost. The -20 dB pad is great for noisy environments. And there's a safety channel that is 20 dB lower, so you won't lose any bad or overmodulated audio. I really like the variable gain control. You have more precise control over your audio coming in. And the 3.5 millimeter, that detects what device you're connected to automatically, so that eliminates a bunch of adapter cables. And a dB peak warning light. Now you have a visual light right on the mic to keep you from clipping your audio. And a USB-C connection allows you to plug in directly to your computer, and it can be used to charge the internal battery at the same time. So that makes your 3.55 millimeter available to plug in your headsets to monitor. The camera suspension mount is really sturdy. Dual Ricodi Lear mounts for max vibration isolation. 4 possible mounting points for compatible Rode on-camera mics. I like the channels for cable management. But here's one thing they do not tell you, and that this thread here is a 3/8, so plan accordingly. I got the Rode thread adapter kit, and use the 1/4 to 3/8 adapter. And you can take your Rode Wireless Go microphone and receiver, and you can actually attach it to the base of the Videomic NTG, and you can use it wirelessly as well. Great feature, and I'm sure I'm going to be using that one a lot. So I hope you enjoyed our skip down memory lane and all the upgrades of the microphones that I got, all the way up to the Rode Videomic NTG that I'm using right now. How does it sound? Now, I'm not going to say let's compare it to the SM7B. No way. But this mic holds its own. It's a shotgun mic. It does what it's supposed to do. It frees up my real estate here on the video, and it's giving me what I want. So please go ahead, subscribe, follow, hit that bell, share, help me grow this channel. If you found this information informative, interesting, or, you know, just, I don't know, whatever would make you follow me. I'm the old video guy. Until next time.